Jeffrey, what qualifies you to be mayor?
Okay, well, it turns out I have 10 years of government experience, elected experience in two cities, Brookline school system, Newton school system, Framingham school system. I learnt the Australian school system by being in it. So I know education really well and school systems, but also I know towns and cities very well. I lived in Cambridge as well. So, and of different municipalities and how they run. Now that's really a good thing as compared to if I, was just growing up in Framingham. That's fine. Some people have, and they haven't left, and so they understand what happens in Framingham. I look outside Framingham a lot for best practices. So my background is to get the best of everything and apply it to whatever I am doing. And how did I get into government? I mean, why am I running for mayor? The background is I'm not just, out of the box, don't know anything about government. I have been studying government for 20 years now. When I came here in 2014, I didn't expect to be on the school committee. I had no ambition to be, but then I noticed some pretty poor practices in the school system around 2017, and we were becoming a city, and I'd had 6 years, being on a school committee. For the school committee, it was revolutionary here in Framingham when the charter change came. And we basically renovated the entire school system administration from the government point of view when I was there. The budget book was a meaningless mess of descriptive stuff. Who I helped hire and who passed my test in order to get hired because I knew how finance was done from Newton. So we made sure that he was competent. And he was, and he's turned out to be a really great hire. But we changed the entire budget process, me and Bob and Lincoln, in the process of a couple of years. We have a budget book, which the city doesn't have, and so on. So the net result is we completely revolutionized that process. We also ended up with a school committee that was highly functional as compared to the prior one, which was entirely dysfunctional. They would bicker with each other in meetings. And we had a really good time, and we did very simple things like finally got air conditioning in the high school so kids wouldn't be fried at 95 degrees in 6 of the classrooms. We also got rid of lunch line shaming, where kids would be thrown out of the lunch line if their parents' account was in arrears, and they would be humiliated. And we found out that they would go and hide somewhere in the high school once they were humiliated. I wrote the policy. I have it on a piece of paper in my office here. To do that. So that's just a little bit of a glimpse, but we really reshaped all of the school committee operations from scratch